Hello everyone, and welcome to this Tony Robinson-inspired motivational speech on the topic of best communication techniques to build strong relationships. Expert tips. Effective communication is one of the most important keys to building and maintaining strong relationships, whether they be personal or professional. But what exactly does it take to communicate in a way that fosters connection and understanding? In this video, we will explore some of the best communication techniques you can use to build strong relationships. The first technique is active listening. It's essential to truly listen to what the other person is saying without interrupting or jumping to conclusions. By giving them your full attention, you'll demonstrate that you value their thoughts and feelings, and you'll gain a deeper understanding of their perspective. The second technique is to be clear and concise in your communication. Use simple, easy to understand language, and avoid vague or confusing terms. This will help ensure that your message is received as intended and reduce the risk of misunderstandings. Another important technique is to practice empathy. Put yourself in the other person's shoes and try to understand how they're feeling. When you show empathy, you will create a sense of connection and trust that is essential to building strong relationships. It is also important to be respectful and courteous in your communication. Treat others as you would like to be treated, and avoid using language or behavior that is disrespectful or hurtful. This will help foster mutual respect and create a positive foundation for your relationship. Do not be afraid to ask questions or seek clarification if you are unsure about something. This will demonstrate your interest in the other person and your willingness to understand their perspective. In addition to these key techniques, there are a few other tips to keep in mind when striving to build strong relationships through communication. One of these is to be mindful of your body language. Nonverbal cues such as eye contact, facial expressions, and posture can all convey important messages to the person you're communicating with. By being aware of your body language and using it to convey openness and interest, you will enhance your ability to connect with others on a deeper level. Another tip is to practice active engagement in conversations. This means actively participating in the discussion and offering feedback or asking questions when appropriate. It's important to strike a balance between listening and contributing, as this will help create a sense of mutual respect and understanding. It is also important to be patient and understanding when communicating with others. Not everyone communicates in the same way or at the same pace, so it's important to be flexible and adaptable. By being patient and understanding, you will create a safe space for open communication and build stronger, more meaningful relationships. It is important to remember that effective communication is a two-way street. Both parties must be committed to listening, understanding, and contributing in order to build strong relationships. So be sure to choose your communication partners wisely and seek out those who are equally committed to building strong relationships through effective communication. Effective communication is an essential ingredient in building strong relationships. By practicing active listening, clear and concise communication, empathy, respect, openness, active engagement, patience, and understanding, you'll be well on your way to building meaningful connections with others. So go forth, communicate effectively, and build strong relationships that will last a lifetime. So far, we learned about techniques to build strong relationships. Now we will explore the top 10 strategies for using communication to build strong, lasting relationships. 1. Practice active listening. Active listening is about fully engaging with the other person when they speak and demonstrating that you value what they have to say. This means paying attention to their words, body language, and tone of voice, and reflecting back on what you've heard to show that you understand. By practicing active listening, you will build trust and create a foundation of open communication that is essential to building strong relationships. 2. Be clear and concise. When communicating, it is important to use simple, easy to understand language that is free from jargon or confusing terminology. This will ensure that your message is received as intended and reduce the risk of misunderstandings. Being concise is also important, as it shows respect for the other person's time and attention. 3. Show empathy. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in the other person's shoes and understand their feelings and perspective. By showing empathy, you'll create a sense of connection and understanding that is essential to building strong relationships. To show empathy, try to listen without judgment. Validate the other person's feelings and communicate in a non-threatening manner. 4. Use positive language. Using positive language is important in building strong relationships. Negative language or behavior that is disrespectful or hurtful can damage trust and create barriers to communication. By using positive language that reinforces your connection with the other person, you'll build a foundation of trust and respect that is essential to strong relationships. 5. Be respectful. Respect is a key element in building strong relationships. This means treating the other person with kindness and consideration, and showing respect for their thoughts, feelings, and opinions. To show respect, avoid interrupting or dismissing the other person's ideas, and use language that is polite and considerate. 6. Communicate regularly. Regular communication is essential to building strong relationships. This means making time to connect with the other person and keeping the lines of communication open. Regular communication can take many forms, from phone calls and texts to in-person meetings and social media interactions. The key is to stay in touch and keep the relationship moving forward. 7. Use humor. Humor can be a powerful tool in building strong relationships. By using humor appropriately, you will create a sense of ease and lightheartedness that can help break down barriers and foster connection. Just be sure to use humor in a way that is respectful and appropriate, and be mindful of the other person's feelings. 8. Be patient. Building strong relationships takes time, and it's important to be patient and understanding. Do not expect instant results, and be willing to work through challenges together. Be open to feedback and willing to make adjustments as needed, and remember that strong relationships are built over time. 9. Be open to feedback. Feedback is an essential part of building strong relationships. By being open to feedback from the other person, you will create a safe space for open communication and demonstrate your commitment to the relationship. To receive feedback effectively, try to listen without defensiveness, ask clarifying questions, and be willing to make changes as needed. 10. Celebrate successes. Celebrating successes together is an important way to reinforce your connection and build strong relationships. This means taking time to acknowledge each other's accomplishments and sharing in the joy of success. Whether it is a promotion at work, a personal milestone, or simply a job well done, taking time to celebrate together can help create a sense of shared accomplishment and build a foundation for future success. In conclusion, effective communication is the cornerstone of building strong relationships. By practicing active listening, clear and concise communication, empathy, respect, and openness, you'll be well on your way to building meaningful connections with others. Remember, relationships are built on communication, so make it a priority in your life. Thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best in your relationship building journey.